In this video, I'm walking through the Cole plan with Chesmar Homes. This specific home is just under 3,000 square feet. We have 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, a 2.5 car garage, and this home is currently for sale at $535,000. Now, what I love about this plan is how unique the main living area is, where as soon as I get to this living room, which has a fireplace on the left side, you have these large windows on the back wall, and then on the right side, you have this double island in the kitchen, countertops everywhere, and even a dining room in the back. Now, there is so much to see here. Like, I want to show you the backyard and the community that we're in, which is called Lariat here in Liberty Hill. Later on in the video, I'm also going to show you a lot that has a beautiful view off the backyard. So if you can imagine those windows looking out to that view, and we even have a second floor where we have so much space and a lot of great windows off that back wall. So I will also show you that later on in the video. Now, my name is Raj Sahu. I'm a realtor in Austin, Texas, and I've represented buyers with 19 different builders. So we'll talk more about that later as well. Starting off here in the kitchen, what I love about the kitchen is the unique layout here. So first off, we have walking areas on either side of the kitchen islands. And that's islands with an S, because you have 2 islands, which I think is great for entertaining. I love the movement in these kitchen countertops. Let me know what you think about this. I like it when you have a lot of movement in the countertops, but then everything else is very simple. Like, you see, they kept the cabinets like the simple white color. They did a solid color on the backsplash, but it just has a little bit of movement in it. It looks like it has like a ridge on this piece of the tile, and it just provides a little bit more of a reflection off the under cabinet lights, as well as the lighting that's already here in this kitchen. We have a 5-burner gas stovetop, and then an under cabinet vent hood. Fantastic. So that's why I love countertops like this that just attract everybody to the kitchen island. I think the kitchen islands are a good place to put a very fun design element. I've had people do a lot of 2-tone kitchen cabinets to make the kitchen island stand out. You can always do something fun there. Now, this is a good look at the pantry, which at this type of square footage, just under 3,000 square feet, I think is pretty typical. In this specific home, we got GE appliances. And some of the simple things that I look at when I'm touring these homes is this is a good upgrade for clients, is a pots and pans drawer. So you don't have to keep all your pots and pans, and they're always jumbled up when you put them in those shelves. But a pots and pans drawer is a great upgrade to have. And with that in mind, this home is for sale, but if you like the idea of building a home from scratch, Chesmar has plenty of lots that you can build on, and I'm going to detail one of those lots here in a second. I did want to cover the living room because it is unique, I think, to have a living room, kitchen, dining, all back to back to back, left, center, right. I think it works because you have a good amount of space in here, and I think those windows make such a difference in expanding that space. It's one of the first things that you notice when you walk in through the front door. And then from a design standpoint, I love when you get to a main living area and your eyes just go through those beautiful windows to the backyard, and then they go left to this fireplace tile, and then right to all the upgrades that we just covered in the kitchen. That's fantastic. Now, if you can imagine, you could have a couch right around here. They have electrical running already above that fireplace, perfect for a TV. And when you sit on your couch, this is what you would look out to. Okay, so now that you have an idea of the lots that are here, let's take a look at this lot. And again, this home was for sale at $535,000, and that's for just under 3,000 square feet. Now, even though this lot may not back up to a green belt or a view, you have the stone walls, so you have a little bit more privacy, which is nice. The holes that you see at the bottom are just for, drainage, so water doesn't sit around in backyards and accumulate in somebody's yard space. It's supposed to divert elsewhere. I would say this is a decent yard size. enough to fit like a swing set or a playscape or something like that, and still have some usable yard space. What I like about this plan is this patio. This patio is fantastic. You have some hardy board that's just a different color, that instead of it being very light, which sometimes can get dirty, especially when you're around new construction areas. I like the color that they have here, and good patio size. Definitely enough to fit some chairs, maybe even like a small dining table or something like that. Okay, I want to show you the primary bedroom and bathroom next, and then we'll go to the rest of the main floor here, and then I can't wait for it to show you the upstairs on this home. First off, in the primary bedroom, this is fantastic. I love ceiling height and windows, and talking about it, I think it makes a big difference, and you usually can't see the impact of this on a 2D floor plan. That's why I tour homes like this, because I don't remember the Cole as a model home anywhere, and so to show these cathedral-style ceilings in the primary bedroom, it's just fantastic. It's obviously perfect to put a bed right around there. That's why you have a couple outlets on either side, and I love how you just have a transit window for lights, for natural light coming in, and then windows on either side of your bed. This opens up to this primary bathroom where you have vanities on either side. You have a walk-in shower here in the back, and I love this freestanding tub. Actually just had a client contract with a builder and build from scratch, and this is one of the structural upgrades they had to select. And they didn't really want to get in the tub, but they just felt like it looked a lot better having that freestanding tub rather than the oval tub with the tile around. And I've had mixed reviews about that. I've had people say that they love the oval tub because they want tile going all the way around it. Other people like the freestanding tub. It just feels a little bit more modern, a little bit cleaner, being that it's freestanding. Here in the walk-in shower, I like how they put the tile all the way up to the ceiling, which I'll show you one more time. I use a good tile to do that in because it has some good veins running vertically or almost in a slant, but definitely upward. And then you have a shower seat, which I think is great. And then they just pretty much cut up that same tile and put it on the floor tile. I'm gonna keep pointing out this design because, again, if you don't like the design that you're seeing in here, you can still grab different things that you do like and then build from scratch and pick a lot of these options. Another thing that I do like, the mirrors going all the way up almost to the ceiling. And I think they just kept a little bit of room there in case somebody wants to put like a vanity light there. But I'm seeing a lot more people do this, just like a disc light up there to keep that space a little bit cleaner. And then we have a walk-in closet. It's a decent amount of space in here. Fairly typical, I would say, at this square footage. And then while we're in here, I did want to talk about the community that we're in Lariat. I know you got a taste for some of the lots that were here with Chesmar. There are 5 builders total in Lariat, and it's one of the emerging communities in Liberty Hill, Texas. Liberty Hill is a suburb outside of Austin, Texas. And if you look at a map, you're not familiar with Austin, you might look at this area and say, wow, this is so far out of the city. And that's because it is. Compared to Leander or Cedar Park, it's definitely further out of the city. But the advantage this area has is, number one, the price point for what you're getting. And number two, a lot of the developments that were once upon a time only in Austin, downtown Austin, now they're starting to come up in these suburbs that are close by, like Leander and Cedar Park. And we'll talk about that a little bit later on in the video. I want to get right back into the plan, into the dining room. So we did see the kitchen, the living room, saw the primary bedroom and bathroom. I like this dining room because when I first looked at this plan on a 2D floor plan, I thought, how is this going to look? And I've realized that what I like is that when you're sitting here, you can see all the way out into the kitchen, living room. It just still feels very expansive. And then if you do have a corner lot, those windows would look off the side of your home. Maybe you could get a view or something like that. Here, this home is next to another home. So I think most of the time you'd have your blinds down there to give you a little bit more privacy. Moving on, we are in the utility room. So I love this fun tile in this utility room. I think you can do some fun tile in your powder bath, your utility room. This is a really cool tile to put down. You have a space for a washer and dryer. And then you do have a shelf and a rod, fairly typical in what we see in a utility room. Now we have a 2.5 car garage, and normally I would go from here, and by the way, that's a pre-plumb for a water softener over there. Usually I would cover the rest of the first floor, but we're already here. I want to show you the second floor, and then I will come back to the rest of the first floor that was closer to the front door. But I want you to see this because I think this is one of the big parts of the Cole plan. And anytime you're buying in at this price point, we're right around the median home price for the Austin Metro. And to get this is amazing. And anytime my camera cannot expose properly, that's a good thing. That means that a lot of natural light is coming in, right? Now look, on this specific home, I do believe we will have neighbors in the back up there. But again, if you don't like that, you want a lot that has a view. Imagine coming up to this game room and this has a view right off of these windows. That is incredible. And that's why I really wanted to come out here and kind of capture this type of home at this price point. Is, I wouldn't say it's amazing, like you're getting a screaming deal, but I think if you do an analysis of what else is out there, compare it, I think you'll find that this is a great plan. It opens up well with good windows. Okay, now we have a couple of bedrooms to go through here, and then I'll definitely take a look at that full bathroom. And while we're in here, I did want to go and talk a little bit more about that Liberty Hill suburb and the growth that's happening here. So when I say a lot of the projects that are usually in a city like Austin or downtown area, those are like these mixed-use development projects where there are like shops, restaurants, park, places you can park your car and walk around and get that urban-ish feel. And I say that often because I think that's what a lot of people are looking for. By the way, they did a walk-in shower up here, which is a little bit unique. I think it's nice. And what we're seeing now is Leander had a lot of growth in terms of new construction, and Cedar Park was, and this is during the pandemic, they didn't really have a whole lot of land. And so Cedar Park just started finishing out in terms of new construction, and Cedar Park's mostly fully built out. I mean, there might be a couple of small communities that are popping up here and there, but relatively speaking, there's not a whole lot of land up there to do anything. So now a lot of the growth went to Leander through the pandemic, and everybody started building in Leander. Now the same thing's happening in Leander. The amount of land is probably going to be the outskirts of Leander, like the northwest part has a lot of land that's still open, but the heart of Leander doesn't have a whole lot, and a lot of the land prices went up. So you're just not going to see as much development with these big master plan communities with multiple builders and hundreds of lots, hundreds of homes, sometimes 1,000+ homes. But now you're seeing that in Liberty Hill. So Liberty Hill is basically becoming the new Leander. Leander is becoming the new Cedar Park. And I've been tracking that growth now for quite a few years, seeing this northwest corridor of the Austin Metro grow. And that's why I love coming out to areas like this, because to get these types of things at price points, amazing lots at a low cost, and still take advantage of the growth that's happening here, that's fantastic. Now, talking about that growth, we obviously have jobs. So we have Apple building their second headquarters 15 miles northwest of downtown Austin. You have 2 children's hospitals that are coming. You have a lot of jobs between both. And then you have these big mixed-use development projects, which is what I was talking about earlier, which was Leander Northline, Leander Springs, and Indigo Ridge. So first off, Leander Northline is currently under construction. When I say mixed-use development projects, again, it's like that mix of restaurants, shops, park, possibly maybe multi-family, like apartments and different things like that. Just that place that people can kind of park their car, again, walk around and go to shops and restaurants. So those are all different projects that are happening that are practically 15 to 25 minutes away from here. And so, yes, this is far from downtown, but I think to get like a 5-bedroom home like this and also get amenities like that close by where you're not having to go to downtown for everything, I think that that's fantastic. If this is something that fits your criteria, then I think it's interesting enough to explore. And that's what I think everybody should be doing right now. There are a lot of options on the table. And so I'd be exploring and understanding what all my options are with various builders as well as resale homes that are on the market. Okay, so now we're back at the front door. And I don't think I showed this when I first walked in. So I showed you the window above the front door, but we are open to the second story. So that's the game room up there. And if you recall, left of that game room was a bedroom with a full bathroom. And then right of that game room, we had 2 bedrooms and a full bathroom. So there are 3 bedrooms up there, 2 bedrooms down here. So we already saw the primary bedroom and full bathroom. This is going to be the second bedroom downstairs, like that transom window up there, just providing some more natural light. And I love this because we often get asked for this type of upgrade with certain builders. But I think for this specific home, having 2 bedrooms down is so marketable because so many people are looking to have a second bedroom down for maybe parents or somebody elderly staying with them for weeks, sometimes months, and they need a full bathroom, they need a walk-in shower, they need their own closet, they need to have a place that feels like they can, live in it comfortably and live in it not just for a few days, but again, like weeks or months. So I like this. Sometimes, the sliding door might just need some adjustment at the end of construction, but I don't think I've seen the sliding door like that before, or I would say it's unusual. Usually it's one of those frame doors. And what's a little bit annoying about those frame doors is when you click them back into place, there's like a rumbling noise where it vibrates. And I always sometimes have people upgrade in their primary bathroom to a frameless shower when they're building from scratch, just to avoid that frame kind of vibrating up and down. That's going to be a good look at the powder bathroom. I like how they put that big mirror in here. Just makes that space feel a little bit more expansive. And then this is just going to be a coat closet. Okay. And I'm just looking around, want to make sure that I know this almost felt like a little bit of a maze to kind of go through. But that's because it's unique with the stairwell tucked into the back. So let me know what you think about that. Did you like the stairwell kind of tucked into the back there, away from the main living area? And then what did you think of that lot that we saw? I love that view that's there. So if you want to see more views like that or more homes like this, go ahead and reach out to me. I can help be a guide for you through the process. I tour homes like this all the time, and I'm well educated on new construction. I've worked with a lot of clients on new builds, and I'm very familiar with these communities. I know the good ones that are trending well. I also know the ones that are going to probably feel very transitory and rental heavy. So I can describe to you the differences if you reach out to me, and I can learn a little bit more of your criteria and give you a customized recommendation. Now, if you want to see more homes for sale like this one, go ahead and click on the link at the top of the description of this video. That will take you to actual homes for sale. And I post on my website every single day or every other day new homes that are coming up for sale or that are about to break contract and come on the market. So that will give you the earliest access to those videos. Now, if you want to see another home for sale with Chesmar, go ahead and click on the thumbnail on your screen. And as always, I hope this helps. Take care, everyone.